Welcome, welcome, welcome back.
Welcome back to
Stage Left
Right Vibes
with Jose Alfredo.
Ibet.
We're back.
Look at
we
us.
took a 1-week hiatus.
We
We
did.
apologize. Ibet, you did ask me to make a video to explain to our fans
And you
why
fucking didn't,
why,
yeah.
and I didn't do it. I didn't do it. I was too busy.
Too busy.
Too busy. I was too busy. Covered and drowned under anxiety. It's crazy how anxiety really does keep you from doing shit.
Especially when you're such an introvert like yourself.
I also don't like being on camera. We do this for the fans. But I don't actually like being recorded. Well, anyway.
Yeah. Well, for someone who doesn't really like being the center of attention, you really took that upon yourself this Sunday. And which is why we didn't record an episode, but está bien, te la perdono. And
Yeah,
then, but to add to the wonderful conversation about what we all saw
On Sunday.
on Sunday, let's introduce our guests.
Yes. So today, first and foremost, actually, a lot of our conversation today is going to be about my cabaret show on Sunday at the Home Theater Comedy. The Home
Comedy
Theater.
Yeah.
Sorry, I mixed that up. In Lincoln Park, first Latino-owned comedy theater in the city.
Woot woot.
Yeah, and my first cabaret show ever that I wrote myself, music not with backdrops of Juan Gabriel music.
Mm-hmm.
Today's guest was featured on the show.
Yes.
Um,
This episode's messy.
yeah.
Let's talk about anxiety
Right, yeah.
on my end.
It's gonna be fine. It's gonna be fine. But yes, welcome to our guest today, Tamaulipas, Amado.
Hi everyone.
Oh, how are you? How are you feeling?
A little. I'm not sure.
No.
No.
Oh,
No.
that was a long pregnant
Little-
pause.
Ladole.
That's a pregnant pause.
Yeah, I guess.
Well,
Well,
antes
to
de comenzar,
that,
entonces,
yeah.
salud,
Salud.
cheers.
Salud.
These drinks were made by not yours truly. Yours truly means me. By Amado. For those of you who don't know Amado, I'll give you a short introduction. Amado comes from the stories that were on stage. Some of the stories that were on
Yeah.
stage on Sunday. How do you say originario de Sinaloa? And also ex-boyfriend of mine.
Yikes. Cue in the. Well, for this show, for people who didn't get a chance to get tickets because it fucking sold out somehow. No, I'm
It's
just
sold
kidding.
out. It's sold out in 2.5 days.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
called Confesiones y Canciones y Confesiones.
Así fue,
Así fue.
colon,
Yeah.
Canciones y Confesiones. Yes,
So
yes.
he was just letting everything out, airing out all the ex relationships, and here's an ex relationship
Who was at in the audience
in the
for the show.
audience.
And you volunteered also, so thank you for that. But yeah, so I guess first I'll explain the premise of the show for those who didn't go, but also for those who went, I guess. So this show was
In case we got lost.
I guess,
along
yeah,
the way.
some of that through line, you know. But it's a show that's was cabaret meets storytelling meets stand-up comedy meets what everything else that happened. Oh, meets music. Meets
Yeah, obvious, yeah,
meets
yeah,
music. And so I decided to tell the story of the 4 most important romantic relationships I've had thus far in my life. So yeah, you won a 4. You
Hey. Take it.
Right,
Take
yeah.
it.
It's not an award I won tonight. Okay.
And the idea was to guide people through different confessions of the stages of falling in and out of love. And yeah, so each stage was staged around confession. I'm not going to give the details of each confession necessarily, just because we're probably going to do the show again. So I would love for people to come see it again.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll talk about details within the show and things that went wrong, things that went right? Things that went better than I thought they were gonna go. But yeah, you were there at
Yeah.
the show too.
I was there at the show. Let's just state also the setting. It was fucking pouring outside. Thunder. And I'm like, man, it's crazy. Like just getting there. I was like, is it even worth it?
It's so funny because when I saw how bad it was raining, I was like, people aren't coming. Even though, like, I was like, well, I mean, it's sold out, but like, there is certain weather that I look outside and I'll be like, that's fine. I'll lose the money that I pay for it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so I assume people wouldn't show. I was really thinking like, it's gonna be half full, probably.
Really?
Yeah.
Because doors opened at 7. So what time did you guys have to be there? to
I
set
was
everything
there
up?
at 6:00.
It's like 5:30.
Sorry, yeah. Let me ask people who actually had to set up.
We got there at 5:30.
We got there at 5:30.
Yes.
So we did ride together.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Well, we rode with my parents
Yeah.
because they had the sound equipment.
Okay.
Because as everyone knows, my parents are on payroll, and so they set up sound. But we rode together. We got there around 5:30. Yeah, but with parking and
Oh,
in the
parking
rain.
was terrible.
Yeah.
I would have gotten into my seat a lot sooner if it wasn't for parking.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Yeah, it was absolutely terrible. And every time I get to the Lincoln Park area, I'm like, this is why I don't travel.
This is
up
why no
north."
one likes
Yeah,
this
yeah.
fucking neighbor. Not just kidding.
This is why we stay on the south side.
No, I love it. I actually love Lincoln Park every time I go there.
Yeah.
Very nostalgic for my undergrad years.
Oh,
for
sí,
sure.
cierto, sí, cierto, sí, cierto. But I mean, I would love to hear your, like, Amado, what was going through your head? Like, you knew what this whole thing was going to be about.
For the most part, yes. I mean, we've talked about it for weeks now. So, your storyboard has been there for a week. Yeah, we put it up a week ago, right?
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago. So, we've talked a lot about it. So, I didn't know like the jokes and the details of it, but the concept of it I knew, and I was excited. I expected more jabs at me.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like, para que se
Más,
rían.
sí, sí.
I have a lot of content to give. So,
Yeah. Ay, güey.
I hope next time if I'm there, take full advantage of that.
He wanted more.
Yeah.
Le gusta
Le
la
gu- le
It's red
gusta
red
la
flags.
mala.
Red
Gusta la
flags.
madrina. Yeah. Obviously, I'm in this podcast. Right?
This is true. This is true. Because, I mean, that is crazy. And I will say, my favorite part about the whole show was watching Jose struggle trying to get the microphone off of the
Oh
stand.
yeah.
And that happened right at the
You're
beginning.
right at the beginning.
Oh my goodness.
I've never seen a mic be wrapped
So
that way. It
intricately,
was
like
in knots. It
For
was a
what
sailor's
reason?
knot. There was.
Yeah.
It's like all of it.
that was
And
on my dad. That
And I
on my
was
dad.
so nervous for you. I was like, oh my God. Oh
but
my
I think I
God.
played it off just fine. It's so funny because like I was telling Amado earlier before you got here, because I post show I threw on jokes and bits that I came up with in the moment of the show that I think would work if I did the show again.
Yeah.
But like something like the wire, the cord
Unraveling,
being wrapped so intricately around it, that happened by accident. Like my dad's not gonna do that again. Like,
right.
Because he watched me take like
was
5 whole
like- it
minutes
was-
trying to
It
figure.
was a whole song. Songs that could have been added.
Literally. And I was just like, Jesus, no se lo van a robar, apa.
Yeah, that was funny. Yeah.
I think it laid the foundation though for like the show. So I think it was a good thing.
That it happened.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm
of
saying.
course.
Like moments like that, they can't be replicated.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not
Um,
genuine.
Right. It's
Yeah.
unless you fake it, unless you stage
Unless
it that
you're
way.
Yeah.
good at acting.
Right. Which
No comment. Good at faking it, yes.
Oh!
Ahora, sigue tomando, Amado. Sigue tomando.
Wow. But yeah, that's you were asking him a question, not me, sorry.
No, I was just, I mean, I think we answered the question, but I mean, we're going to get deeper into this because,
Oh, like you asked if he knew. He didn't know the
Yeah.
details of it. He knew as much as you did. He knew like what the concept was,
Mhm.
but like
Like you didn't storyboard together.
no,
He
no.
wanted to tell me, but I was like, you know what? I want to be surprised. I want to enjoy it as an audience member,
Mhm.
as opposed to somebody who's like working the event and knows the in and outs. I just wanted to be surprised.
Yeah. Did you do that because deep down you were a little nervous about how vulnerable you were going to be? Like, did you want to be like, hey, Amado, I need to let you know this is what I'm thinking?
So before the show, I did ask you, for permission, because I was like, well, when we announced the show on the podcast, I made the joke like,
Yeah.
hey, if I've dated you, if I'm currently
Right.
dating you, or if you hope to date
Maybe
me,
don't
do not
go.
come to the
Yeah.
show.
Right.
And when I told you about the show, Amado, you bought tickets. Like when tickets went out, you bought tickets. And we had a conversation about
I
it.
was forced to buy tickets.
That is not true.
Forced to buy
That is
tickets.
not true. No, you told me that you felt bad for me because you were like, oh, nobody's going to buy these
Good.
tickets.
Nobody's gonna buy
No,
his
because he
ticket.
was like, oh, I just released them an hour ago. Only 2 people have bought tickets. Oh, only 3 people have bought tickets. And I did the math and I was like, you've sold 30% in an hour of capacity. And he was like, oh, no one's going to come. And I was like, "Cállate," and I bought 2 more.
So I didn't force him to buy tickets.
He felt pity upon
Yeah,
you.
right. That, which is different. I didn't force anyone to buy tickets. But yeah, so then once I realized that you actually had bought tickets, because I don't think I realized that same day, did I?
Yeah, I told you.
Okay. Oh, okay.
I'm like, oh, it just went up 2 more.
Oh, that's right. Because then we had the conversation.
Yeah.
Then I was like, oh shit, like I wasn't expecting you to be there, so I had to be upfront about like this is the concept of the show, but more specifically, like, are you going to be okay hearing stories about yourself? And that wasn't really my concern. I knew that he was going to be able to handle stories about himself, but hearing stories about like my other exes that I wrote about, and like
Sí.
being able to identify like, oh, that's not about me, that's about somebody
Somebody
completely
else.
different.
Yeah.
Because relationships are complicated,
Yeah.
la. So I was like, are you gonna be okay being able to hear me talk lovingly or not
Or
about
not about
somebody
somebody
else.
else.
That I've been in a romantic relationship with. So how
Just-
did that feel?
Well, other stories I already knew except for one.
Oh.
You've told me all these things before
Yikes.
in our 10+ year
Right.
Mhm.
entanglement we have going on here.
Not
Good word.
entanglement.
Good word. Good strong word, entanglement.
Or
Yeah.
whatever, friendship.
Whatever
Which
it
story
is,
was
yeah.
the one that you didn't know?
The cup. When
Oh.
that's the only reason.
Okay,
Yeah,
yeah.
The cup.
It was, I use it for costumbres.
Oh, sí. Yeah. Well, because you handled it a lot more gracefully, Amado, than I would have. It was, I think in that moment I realized, I'm like, I don't think I'd be emotionally mature. Like, because not the necessarily hearing like what went on in like our relationship,
Right.
but hearing what other fucking bitches, like, wait, what do you mean you had stories
Right.
with other bitches?
Right. What do you
And
mean you had
they
other
are
bitches?
peaches, and they're also making it onto our show. Like, I would have not been able to handle that. Like, honestly, I'm like, I think I need to self-reflect.
Red flags, guys. Red flags.
That's hot.
You know what? I need to bring her to the show every time.
Every time.
There was an audience member who every time I pointed out a red flag,
a
not
major one too.
yeah, like and not even like tagging a red flag, but just saying
Just saying
the
like I was stalked profusely.
right, or yes,
Yeah.
and then someone in the audience was like, "That's
It was
hot."
hot. He loved you.
I was like, "Girl, we need to check on you. We need to check up on you later." She was really funny. I did get to meet her later. She was really sweet. But yeah. So you were in the audience, and then I didn't know that you didn't know the cup story.
No, that's the only story you haven't shared. Because the rest were stories that you shared with me when we were friends and dating at some point. So that was the only one you've never shared because you didn't share.
Did you poison his drink afterwards?
About the cup of the
Yeah.
No.
No, you were fine.
Yeah, he
Wow.
doesn't own that cup anymore. It got tossed out in the trash.
You know what? It's so
I don't know
funny?
how. Okay, it just ended up in the trash.
It's not here anymore.
That's so funny because until you just said that right now, I was like, That's right. Where
Wait,
did
is
that
it-
cup go? Because that bitch was it was one of those like beer mugs, like those big, like nice that you freeze.
Sturdy.
Yeah, those sturdy. Yeah. You could defend yourself with one of those.
Not no more.
I'm
Nah.
indefensible now.
Indefensible.
Is that
Indefensive.
indef?
Undefensive. No
I
defense.
am in danger.
Yeah. No hay
Molly,
defensa.
Molly, you in danger, girl.
That's so funny, but
Well, how did you feel about the show? What were your thoughts around it? Because you also asked for me to specifically not tell you anything about it, and there were so many. I wanted to share every detail
I
with
know.
everyone that I encountered, maybe for like reassurance that it was going to be fine. There is one section of the show that I never shared with anyone, like including the musicians. So when I asked them to, because when we rehearsed, so there's 5 stages of this. I'm okay telling the audience. The first stage is that like we ignore the red flags on purpose when we start a relationship, and then I couple it with Juan Gabriel songs that fit that theme, and then I tell stories about either my between the 4 people that I talk about. The second stage was that after you break up, you no te aguantas, like like you get pissed off.
yeah.
Then the third stage was a wild card stage, which
Yeah.
is where we ask the audience to pick a song, and the fourth stage is the one that I did not tell anyone about. That's the one where I sang "Yo no nací para amar," and that one I couldn't bring myself, and that's the stage that I lost sleep over. I was like, I don't know how I'm gonna get around talking about therapy and like real inner work and like realizing like why these relationships didn't work out, like all of that. So the musicians only knew when I start this stage, just start playing music under and then wait for my cue to start Yo no nací para amar. Like that's all they knew. I didn't tell them anything about the stage.
Do you think it was because you were also trying to give yourself a safe out
Yes,
in case you couldn't?
absolutely.
Yeah.
And when I saw that clock, because I ran over time a little bit, I was like, I could take this section completely out and then just go straight into the finale numbers and whatever,
Yeah.
and cushion it with more songs, I guess.
Yeah. Like I really want to go into like detail about everything.
Oh, that's fine. Let's do it.
Okay, let's do
Yeah.
it. So
How did you like the opening? Because we talked about the opening quite a bit yesterday when we had dinner.
the opening,
Yeah.
I cannot see you not perform that song anymore.
Es mejor
Yeah.
decir adiós.
Yes, yeah. And I feel like it was also it really summed up like the entire show. Like
Yeah.
it's a perfect song and it's uppity and it's going, but like if you really listen to the lyrics, this laptop is in my way today. I have so many things to say with my hands. If you listen to the lyrics, it's just like it's a perfect like, let's just say goodbye before.
That's one of the bits I missed
Oh, okay.
at the beginning
Yeah,
of the introduction.
But the way because you mashed up like que como 3 or 4 canciones in that first number.
So that first one was Es mejor decir adiós, Siempre en mi mente, Caray, and Querida.
What was your thought process behind putting all those together? Did you just want to hit those in there because?
Keys.
Okay, honestly, fair.
Keys, but I did want to. The bookends, Es mejor decir adiós, was the theme
Yeah.
of the show. Like, because in the song, it's, it's better to just like leave things.
Yes.
Como,
Before it gets ugly.
Before, yeah. And so that's
Yes.
the theme of the show. Like that's
Yeah. No, it was
it should have
perfect.
happened every time. Did it? No,
No.
absolutely not. But that's what should have happened, and that was going to open the show. When I started talking, and then Querida being the end of that one, because I hate singing that fucking song.
Really?
I hate that song, but
Because it's
hard.
hard.
because
Yeah,
it's hard.
Yeah.
But it has such a good like.
Yes.
Ba-da-da, bam, bam, bam. And it's
Yeah.
such a good end to a number.
Yeah.
It's such a good like dramatic way. And I knew that I wanted to be like epic at the end and fun at the beginning. So
Yeah.
so the bookends were on purpose.
Okay.
Siempre en mi mente, because it's my mom's favorite song.
Oh, cute.
And caray, because it's fun and it keeps the tempo up.
Temp up there.
Yeah.
No, yeah. It was great. Like it was fun seeing you try not to make it your average Madera Once show.
Right.
Because it could have easily kind of become that if you didn't give yourself goalposts to be able to like, I need to hit this, I need to hit that.
Right.
Because you're so good and you know the Madera Once Juan Gabriel tribute, like whatever you do, like the back of your hand, and you have your storytelling. So to me, it was fun seeing you challenge yourself on doing something different, but with the same concept.
Right.
So I'd love seeing you. I don't want to say workshop it up there because I know you did put in a whole 2 hours beforehand.
Wow.
Not a lie.
Am I
Not
wrong?
a lie. Not a
Am
lie.
I wrong?
Not a lie.
Well, I mean, one of the first jokes I make that it will stay in the show anyway is that like when I got asked if I had, because originally
Yeah.
Cesar saw me do 6 minutes, which was just Asi Fue, which is
Yeah.
why I titled it Asi Fue. And it was a year ago. He saw me do Asi Fue. I only had 6 minutes to do something because it was a showcase. And so I was like, okay, we'll just do Asi Fue because it's a long ass fucking song. And in between that, I'll tell a story. And so I told the story of when I ran into my ex on Valentine's Day, which had happened like 2 weeks before that.
Mhm.
And from that story too, I included Mario's tragic dating history.
Which was funny.
Yeah.
It's so funny seeing him be so uncomfortable.
Right. And so from there, like Cesar, the owner, loved the 7 minutes that I did. And he was like, hey, do you have a whole show?
Yeah.
And I was like, yeah. Obviously.
Yeah.
And he was like, do you think you could do it? And I was like, yeah, for sure. And then, and so then he reached out this December
Yeah.
and asked, hey, can you do a whole
do it,
90-minute show? And when I agreed to it, which I said, I think a couple episodes ago, I was like, yeah, for sure. Yeah, let's do it. And then it's funny, I didn't start right. Like I agreed to it. And then I was like, okay, I left the agreement there, whatever. And then I released the tickets, which we were there for, Amado. And then within that first day, a lot of the tickets had already gotten sold. And then within like the next day and a half, it got sold out. And then I was like,
oh, fuck.
I have to now write this thing.
Show. Yeah, now it's real.
Yes, now I have to actually produce this. And I have to make it, like you said, different from everything else I've done before. Because some of the audience members I know have been to several of my Juan Gabriel presentations.
Mm-hmm.
And that's where I got nervous. So where it was like, there were a lot of stories that I told on Sunday that I've never told in public.
Right.
That I've never, especially stage 4, where I like talk about like the actual work that goes into like post breakup or like realizing like why relationships don't work for you, me specifically.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I was so nervous. I was
Wait,
like,
you never realized you were the problem?
Honestly, when I will say there was a point I'm gonna need you to stop where I think it was the stage 4 where he's like, well, you know, after the 4th breakup or the major breakup, and I didn't know I thought you were gonna go with like, I think I need to realize that I'm the problem, but you were like, oh, well, you just don't feel him anymore.
Like, he's not gonna admit that in the show that he's the problem. Yeah. There's a common denominator here. We're not gonna acknowledge.
It's like this, but I was like, no way, he's going to admit. But
eventually we do get there, though. Eventually we do get there, one way or the other.
Yeah, no, it was refreshing. It was refreshing to see. And I told you the moment you got off stage, I'm like, I can't wait for you to see this, to do this again, con menos nervios, because that I can't even imagine
Oh,
the nerves that you had.
the way I could see my hands in the
We
first
saw
number.
it.
I saw it. I saw
I
it.
was just like, oh my God. And there's no,
you can't hide
you,
that.
you can't, and you can't stop it.
You
Like,
can't
like,
stop it.
Stop
Yeah.
shaking. Why are
There's-
you shaking?
Yeah, and especially because you've been performing for the better half of your life.
I know at this point. Yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like to see. This is gonna really sound really fucked up and maybe like a little toxic, but to see you uncomfortable and to see you nervous and to see you physically shaking, I was like, there we go. There it is. Like
He's human.
He's human. And like you put yourself out there in something that you took yourself out of that comfort box that you have and we're pushing yourself to something else. And I'm like, okay, there it is. Because I'm telling you, when you were like just the
cable thing, I was just like,
your
Jesus
hands
Christ.
were like, I'm like, someone help him. Someone help him. Someone help him.
And it stayed like that for a good part of like the first third of the show.
Yeah.
And then eventually just like I was able to
You
sit
settled
and,
into it, yeah.
And I was like, oh, okay, this is working. It's
Yeah.
fine.
I think once you started realizing that people were actually laughing at what you were
Yes.
saying.
Yeah. That helps.
Yeah. Yes. Because you're like, I don't even know if what I'm saying is funny.
Right.
I just need to make sure that someone thinks that it is and you're laughing and you're at least with me.
Right.
Because I also never know how to be an audience member to my friends because I'm like, I can either be really obnoxious and like be really loud.
Yeah.
And like to make sure like you realize that you're safe and you're good and like, hey, or just to like sit back and like enjoy you do your thing and let everybody else like react because so you can get a genuine response from
the
audience. And
I do prefer B, by the way.
Yeah, and I figured that from like the way I've seen you perform because I'm just like because I think also too I'd be like I want to know what the genuine response would be from audience members,
Right.
rather than the people who are obligated to feel
Yeah,
that they
because
have to support me.
when I saw those ticket purchases come in, I was like, I don't know who any of these people fucking
Yeah.
are. Like, why are they coming to the show? I was like, who are you?
Yeah.
And why are you here?
Yeah.
But yeah, so no, it is helpful once they start laughing, and I'm like, okay, this is working. It's fine. The concept, they got onto it. There were jokes that I made up like 3 hours before that, before I even like started the show.
Mhm.
Like the reason we just called you, that I called you Tamaulipas at that intro was because Gio sat here during the rehearsal, our first rehearsal that we had 2 days before the show.
Mhm. That sounds about right.
Yeah, and he saw the storyboard, and he saw that on the storyboard I did put their names, their actual names, like when I was like story, like so and so's apartment story,
Mm.
which I did do that night. And he was just like, "Oh, you're gonna say their names?" And I was like, "No, I'm not gonna say their names." But then I was like, oh, "But then what am I gonna say?" And so that's how I came up with the whole La Casa de
Casa de
Papel
Papel,
is
yeah.
La Casa de Papel.
Papel.
Oh, it's La Casa de Papel?
Yes.
Did I say papeles that night?
Yes, you did.
Yeah.
I forgot to correct you afterwards.
He
but
stays correcting.
Yeah.
That's also one of the jokes that was on it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That one got a really big laugh. though.
It did. It did.
It really
just
did.
happened recently too.
Mhm.
We went out to dinner and then he said something. He de Vaca, and I was like, oh, actually, we moved on from that.
Right. It's
Ube.
Yeah.
I didn't say it like that, but okay.
It got a really big
Yes.
laugh.
See?
I was like, there it is.
When that's one of the accidental jokes that I talk about.
yeah.
Like I'm not gonna be able to fake that. I in the moment was like grieve.
Grieve. Yeah.
And I was like, oh, I mean
meant
grieve. I mean to grieve.
Yeah.
And then I was like,
Like,
because people kept like screaming at me the right or wrong one,
yeah.
and I was just like, it's grieve. It's be de vaca.
Vaca.
And then that's where I threw the joke back at you.
It was perfect. It was like, it almost seemed planned, you know?
That's
Just-
funny.
Yeah.
No, I think.
You're welcome.
Wow.
I'm gonna start charging from now on.
Except when you said it wasn't a joke. You were literally correcting me. I was the one who was able to turn tragedy into comedy.
I mean, it was funny when I corrected you. So
Well,
it was a joke to me.
But
Amado's like, I was entertained.
Right. Wow.
That's crazy. But no, it was genuine. And then I think also the musicians you had on stage, you were very comfortable with to be able to pull it together on just even mashing up one song after the other, and just knowing that whatever happened, they would have your back on it.
Right.
I also like when you're like, okay, we're gonna try that one again.
Well, that one I feel so bad because originally it was in a different key, and then the second rehearsal we were like, we're gonna change the key.
And you didn't tell?
Well, no, it's funny because everyone knew, so that's not.
That wasn't on you.
Someone did that.
Oh, we're not calling people out.
Let's.
Well,
that was yesterday.
That was Gio's
Yeah.
fault.
And he did call himself out
He did?
afterward. Yeah.
Oh,
Oh,
I
you
didn't-
weren't there.
Okay.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, that was on me. I had no idea what happened. I don't remember exactly, but I remember he was telling Mario. He's like, yeah, that was solely on me. Like,
Because Gio was actually at both of the rehearsals. Yeah.
That's
So he knew that we had changed the key the next day. And then I heard it, and the reason that I stopped it was because it sounded like it was clashing, and I was like, I can't start this. I don't know. Where am I picking my note from? So then I was like, nope, we're doing that again, guys.
and it
worked though.
Yeah, I was gonna
Yeah.
say it felt really
Yeah.
natural. It didn't come off as like, fuck,
We fucked up.
we fucked up. Or it like generally came off like it was very on brand for you to do that.
I do think that, not to toot my own horn,
Salud.
one of the things that I walked away with from the show, because I was so nervous, I lost sleep over it. I was so anxious. I didn't do things that I was supposed. That was like literally like
Yeah.
that video. Like
Yeah.
I really let a lot of things go. Like I don't think I did anything for the 2 days prior to that. Like in terms of like responsibilities that I should have, because I was so nervous. One, about you being there, in the sense that like I wanted to make sure I balanced the bits that were going to be clearly about you and to you in the show.
There's
There's
I was
a
promised que me iban a cantar directly at me. And
yes,
point
but
me
then
out.
my phone, my
That's
phone, my
why I
microphone
went.
had a cord.
That's why I went. I want my $50 back.
And the balance of like insulting someone or like jabbing at someone, it can cross a line.
Yeah.
And it can, and for me, my worry was like, where's the line? Like, and at what point do I lose the audience where they're like, oh, now we're actually uncomfortable. Like, you're doing too much.
Yeah.
Because that is a possibility.
thing, yeah.
It
Like,
is.
you can do that. Even if you can take all of it, the audience at one point is going to be like,
Okay.
yeah, like calm down, like you're,
relax, yeah.
or like clearly you're not over
I
this.
was gonna
or
say like it can
like-
easily become like, okay, you're obviously not over it, and I just paid money for you to rant.
at your ex boy.
Ex-boy,
Yeah.
I mean, he had me there, so obviously he's not over it.
Nah.
Oh.
Yet again, I was there too, so let's move on. Let's move on.
This is for the cameras, both of them. This relationship is over. He's my friend. Because
Yeah,
I got asked that a lot after the show.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Gente chismosa.
La gente quiere saber.
I
There
know.
was a lady who was claiming to be your mom, allegedly.
Oh, wow.
Like
Really?
at the end, like ya cuando nos íbamos a ya me estaba
Who wasn't
despidiendo.
my mom? Because you know who my mom is.
I know it wasn't your
Yes.
mom.
This crazy
Could
señora.
you imagine? Like esta señora saying
Are
she's
you
your
sure it
mom?
wasn't Alex's mom? Because Alex's mom was there.
Oh, maybe I don't know. It was una muchacha that came up to you like ya cuando nos íbamos a ir, and she's just like, I just spoke to your mom, and like, oh my god, where she was like, I don't know if you remember, she's like, I had to go thank the source directly because you're a blah 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 gift
No, me
or
acuerdo.
blah
I
blah
don't
blah 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 blah, and I was like, okay, relax, it's not that serious, and
She said this to me?
yes,
Oh, I can't. No, I don't
and I
remember
had
this.
to pull her bag. I'm like, it's not that much of a gift. It's fine. And
Oh, you're sounding like a Tamaulipas over here.
Sounds like I'm not over something.
One of the jokes I forgot to make that I meant to keep in the show, but in the moment, so many things are happening.
Yeah.
Was like that I had finished my first cabaret show, meets comedy, meets storytelling. Um, and the joke was gonna be like, well, Tamaulipas always told me I was not funny.
Oh, that one hit me right here. Oh,
But
here's why.
And then
Here's why.
wait, let me finish the joke. And then I was gonna say, but who just premiered their first cabaret meets comedy meets storytelling meets music show? Me, bitch.
Yeah.
We out.
Thanks to the content I've helped provided. throughout the
Oh
years.
my God.
Without
See,
me, this is not possible.
You do know there were 3 other characters in this show,
Yeah,
right?
why?
Yeah,
So
but
why?
there was only one star of the show. Like, okay.
I don't know. I think
What
Springfield took a lot of hits.
Yeah.
I was
But
gonna
mean,
say, who do you think
that's forever
the
ago.
Tamaulipas?
And he's white.
We will be editing that.
I mean, he's
No, we
not
won't.
wrong.
We won't.
Yeah.
I know
He won't.
because
He is
originally
white.
said like he wanted to like, oh, should I do just their ethnic background? And he was like, well, I don't want to do that because I don't want to make people feel uncomfortable.
That was part of the show.
It was part of the show, and
yeah.
it got a lot of good reaction.
Yeah.
Like people were like,
But then he picked cities that, regardless, made it
very obvious.
like the ethnic background. Like, so
Yeah.
I was like, it
But I guess it was a little bit more sensitive for instead of just saying
yeah. No,
why, which whatever.
Like wide.
I will say your part of the story, what the mariachi like llevándole serenata and his make believe world,
Delusional, right?
delusional world.
Yeah.
I think was the stronger story
Mm-hmm.
compared to the other ones. Was Springfield the one where he like almost broke into the
Yes.
that one did get a lot of reactions, or maybe I'm just being a little biased because I am a mariachi girl and I have also had that delusional fantasy of like
you're there for a musical,
and I am more
musical.
musical aspect of it, and that's what I don't know if I told you, but I was telling the guys in the band, I'm like, I do wish sometimes that I didn't have a quote unquote musical ear, so I could just watch and hear a show without listening, where I'm like, where I can like, oh, they don't know what's going on, or they're trying to figure out themselves, or they're like this, and which is fine. I mean, that's the whole point of a show, and that is also, if you do music for a living, that's kind of your curse. When you see something or hear something, like you can
pinpoint where one's
it's like,
awry.
oh, it's it's a little shaky. But and that's absolutely no shade, or all shade, whatever you want to take. I'm kidding, to the musicians.
It is shade.
Wait, what were we talking about?
Well, no, because I was when you left that, I was telling Amado that his part of the story where you're in your delusional world, where a serenata comes to you.
Oh no, we practiced that.
You practiced what? No, I'm not saying that. Listen,
No, the story.
I was saying the story that I feel like that part of the night, that story got a lot of good reactions. Like, so saying that his part of the show, Tamaulipas bit of it, got a lot of strong reactions. But then also Springfield, when you almost broke it into this kid's apartment. But I was telling Amado that I'm like, well, maybe I just really enjoyed the Tamaulipas story of it because I am a musical girly and I love mariachi, and I've also had that many delusional fantasies where
right.
a serenata is like sent to me and stuff like that, and that's where you came in, and then we went into the whole and then he was like, oh well, yeah, because you are music and you're more into that.
Yeah.
But
So for the audience, the reason we keep saying Tamaulipas, Springfield, is because in order to identify the 4 main characters of the show, I needed to come up with a way to let the audience know who I was talking about without saying their names. And the joke was that I wanted to identify them as their ethnic background, but I couldn't and I was never going to. As a human who understands what's right and wrong, I wasn't going to be like the Mexican one or the white one.
The white one, yeah.
But, and yes,
we talked about that when you walked.
No, I know,
Yeah.
but the names were on purpose, like to let them know exactly those
where
things without saying
it.
Yeah. Yes. But the funny thing,
I think it's funny. Yeah, go ahead.
No, go for it.
That it's like, obviously he's not from Tamaulipas, so why Tamaulipas?
And here's the story
Because
behind that.
Jab at me. That's why.
No. Actually, no.
No, I know. You just couldn't think of anything at that point.
So what happened was I had picked out their names. Like I had picked out the cities. It was like the morning of. Because I came up with it overnight. I was like, oh my God, that's how I identify them. But I make a joke about wanting to do ethnic backgrounds, and then the audience, I know it's gonna be like, don't do that. Like,
and that's exactly what they did.
Yeah,
They're like,
no. Everyone got a little uncomfortable. And I was like,
I was all off for it.
And I was just like, all right, no, we'll do this. And then I explained the whole Casa de Papel thing. And one of the things that I like to do at my shows, which is a concept that I do a lot at even like the other Juan Gabriel shows, is teach people, or quiz them, or something educational.
Yes,
something like that. And so I was like, we'll do a geography quiz.
Yeah.
And so the first one that I said, which I said Milan.
Which he failed, by the way.
I said Milan because I was expecting a specific answer back. So when I said Milan, the audience said
Italy.
Yeah. And as soon as they said Italy, I said,
Fuck.
I fucked up.
Yeah.
We had this conversation yesterday, by the way. He doesn't remember it because we drank quite a bit.
I was just like, okay. I was like, all right, maybe we're just getting quizzed right now.
And then I had to turn it on its head and be like, that was an example.
Yeah.
But during the space between them saying Italy back and me realizing I fucked up, I had to. All my other cities got like jammed.
I know.
I was just like, fuck me.
Yeah.
So I was just like, oh my God, what the fuck? So they all had completely different city names, but they just went away as soon as people said Italy back to me, because what I meant to say was Manila. And in the moment, and it was the beginning of the show, so I was nervous.
You were very nervous. Yeah.
And so in the moment when they said Italy, I could not remember Manila for the life of me. I was like, fuck. And thank God he was Greek and Filipino, because then I remembered Athens. So my ex-boyfriends were categorized by cities of their like nationality. So my first boyfriend was Filipino Greek.
Not nationality.
I mean ethnic background. Sorry.
All of them nationality is U.S.
That's right.
Except one.
Oh, yes.
You.
Just clarifying that.
Yes.
In case anybody's confused.
Live.
Like, so first one, Greek, Filipino. So I went with Athens because it's the first one that came out to me.
I was wondering why you froze. Like for the audience, it seemed fine, but I'm like, oh my God. He's freaking out right now.
Yes, I was. I was like, I can't remember any cities.
Yeah, and I was just like, I wonder. I'm like, but he asked us a question, we got it right. I'm like, I'm so confused.
Right, and it's funny because when you got it right, I knew you got it right, and I was like when the audience got it right, I knew they got it right, and I was like, fuck, they're right. What did I mean to say? And I could not remember Manila. Like, why couldn't I remember? I was like, what the fuck is the Philippine city that I was thinking? And it went away. And then, so I was like, I could not remember it. So then I went Athens. And Athens still worked because
you didn't write that down in your little iPad?
I did not. Because it was a day of.
Yeah.
So I was just like, all right.
And also you're like, how could I forget?
Right.
How could I forget?
Because then Springfield became Springfield.
Yeah.
But I meant for him to be Indianapolis.
Close enough.
The only one who stayed true to where I was thinking of was Antigua. Like that one stayed. That one did not.
Is that the only city you know in Guatemala?
Yes.
If you just add city to the name of the country, you're right too.
Yes, I know. But I didn't want to do that. It's such a giveaway. Which is the same with because I wasn't gonna do like La Ciudad de Mexico because it's Mexico. Like that's not. So I wanted the audience to work a little bit.
You thought Tamaulipas?
Huh?
On the spot, you thought Tamaulipas?
On the spot, Tamaulipas just came up.
That's hilarious. Do you even know what state Tamaulipas is in?
I'm gonna walk away for a second.
And you know what? You know why
or what Tamaulipas is.
Well, here's the thing.
Is it a state? Is it a city? What
That's
is
why
it?
I froze.
Yeah.
Also, I started freezing because I was like, if I say a fucking state instead of a city, when I had already told the audience, I'm going to give you a popular city and you tell me
in the entire country
what country the city is in, because I was so confident at the beginning that I was going to remember all four of the ones that I had decided on, which it worked out really nicely because when I said Springfield, everyone screamed back Illinois. And I was like, I said
you said
country.
Yeah.
And that worked. And that's going to work every time, I think,
Yeah.
because people get really confused.
But yeah, especially here. Yeah.
Country, state,
Yeah.
People are. Example number one.
Yeah,
People are
yeah.
terrible at geography.
You say
But
what's
no,
the closest
fine.
thing to
You
it,
tell
yeah.
me, where's Tamaulipas in?
I don't even know.
Es estado, ¿no? Tamaulipas es un estado.
Yeah, es el estado.
Yeah, es un estado de Tamaulipas.
So I fucked that
You
up.
fucked it up, yeah.
Oh, wow.
But nobody
Was that
corrected you.
Tamaulipas? I don't know.
Yeah,
Oh, that
that's a
sounds
good question.
right.
For the sake of the whole show, we're going to say it is.
He's going to Google it. You're
Yeah.
going to Google it.
Se me hace que Tamaulipas.
No, porque Ciudad Victoria es la capital.
Yeah, so it's
Tamaulipas is
Tamaulipas
the state.
estado.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's on Tampico is the state that I mean the city that I know in Tamaulipas.
Yeah, I
Which
fucked
is
that
a
up.
port city. It's right under Texas. The tip.
Mm-hmm.
Sí, bajito.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And
I could have
only-
said Guadalajara.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I could have said places I've been to.
I was going to say, I'm like, I don't know if he's
I
ever
could have
been
said
to
Chilpancingo. I could have said anything. Like
You could have said the place
Or where you-
Culiacán. I could have said-
Mazatlan, where I took you to. You hated it.
all of this.
All
You
of them,
said
all of them.
Tamaulipas. That's
That's
so
the only thing that
funny.
came up.
But it also kind of, it was fitting the way you tied it. Where like, it's
No one
funny.
got that. No one
corrected
realized
him.
that it was a state.
No.
Yeah, that was the only states out of the other cities. Yeah.
Yeah.
Uneducated, I tell you.
Pues lo que te digo, because I think mucha gente, especialmente en México, no nos sabemos exactamente cuáles son los estados y cuáles son las ciudades. You know, especially Tamaulipas doesn't sound like a state.
People are mad who are Tamaulipas right
Hot
now.
take.
Tamaulipas.
Hot take. Tamaulipas.
We apologize.
Tamaulipas listeners, perdón, no estoy de acuerdo. Es un
Those
nombre,
are her own
es un nombre
thoughts.
noble.
Muy estado. Muy estado el nombre. But it was funny the way you tell. You're like, what makes it even funnier is that he's not even from Tamaulipas.
Yes, and I had, because by that point I had remembered.
He's like, he's
And I was like,
he's mad right
let
now.
let us bring this
You're
back
back-
around.
You're like, I'm back, bitches.
Yes.
No,
Because
it
by
was-
the end, I had gotten
Yeah.
grounded. I was
So
like, okay.
that's what I mean. Like you could have taken a little bit more jabs because I am present. So at any point, like any of your other exes are present, I think it's a open
Fair
forum,
game.
fair game for like
Open season.
there's a little jab for you here and there, and I think it just keeps the audience more intrigued and invested. Like, oh shit, they're here.
Yeah.
Una señora enfrente de mí every time you say Tamaulipas, and she would like, you would point at me, she would like try to figure out who it was because she didn't know.
Yeah.
And that's why I knew she didn't know you.
Oh, yeah. That she was just like a
Yeah,
audience member
yeah.
that day.
Yeah. Yeah. Because I think you were kind of sitting kind of right behind me.
Yeah, I was right
yeah,
behind you,
behind
yeah,
me. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah. Because like there was a point where I did also feel that sense where people. And the only reason why when you would say Tamaulipas and would make a jab at Tamaulipas, you had Alex and Mario look directly behind me, and I was like, "This is awkward."
I was gonna
Oh,
raise
was
my
it?
hand.
Yeah.
I was gonna raise my hand and just to
Yeah.
let people know, but then I was like, all right,
Aquí
no.
estoy.
Yeah, I was like-
You're like, hold on, let's see where this is
you could
going.
have said it's like, oh, it was the person in charge of seating you guys at the start or something like that. You know, so put
Would you have
figure.
liked to have been pointed out?
yeah, because he warned me from the beginning that I was gonna be pointed out, that things were gonna be directed at me. So I had not that I had prepared because I was like,
You built up a wall.
I knew it was a show.
Yeah.
I was like, "Ay, me vale. I'm like, I also
Yeah.
prepared my rebuttal the next morning in case I was defamed and slandered. But I
Not
called it off.
slandered.
I called it off because I was like, you know what? No fue tanto. It's okay. So
It was
whatever.
chill. He was pretty
Yeah,
chill.
yeah.
I will say,
Yeah.
no sé if it was because of los nervios. I was expecting, not. I mean, and I mean this with all the love because it was a really good show. I was just expecting a little bit more jabs.
Okay.
I was
Like
expecting
specifically at or
Or
at
at
the exes,
everyone,
at all
at
the
everyone.
exes.
all the exes,
Okay.
because I know you have so much more stories, but I think you also were trying to find that line
Yes, there's
at
that
the
balance.
time.
Yeah.
But that's kind of like when you're not kind of, it's exactly when you're building, I mean, your type 5 or your type 10, you have to keep working at it.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
people
yeah.
who don't understand comedy, it's not you just get up there on an open mic and like you have a type 5, and it's a solid type 5. You've been working at that shit for months.
I mean, and this show's
Years
been
even there.
years
Yeah,
in the
exactly.
making. Yeah.
Exactly. So it's like I think once you find what jokes do work, where the line is, I don't see why this specific show in a year or two specifically will be absolutely perfect, the right balance of vulnerability and laughs. Because that Confesión número 4, you could dive so much deeper
So
into that.
it was meant to be longer.
It's
And I looked at the clock.
specifically the parental part of it.
I looked at the clock and I was like, I knew that I cut that one short, and I wanted that one to be felt so much more.
Yeah.
Because it's the heart of the show. It's the
Yeah.
heart of like, I talk about my parents.
Yeah.
And I talk about like what their love for me meant
Mhm.
as growing up and how it shaped how I interact in relationships after that. And so I did mean for that one to be longer.
Also it was very elegantly
Not,
elegante.
not part of the 6 percentile.
We can let her sound it out.
I see it in my head, but my
Eloquently?
tongue, my tongue isn't doing eloquently. Put like, because the story about your parents.
Because to me, that's the climax.
Yes.
And it didn't climax the way that I wanted it to because of timing.
Mhm.
And because I had 90 minutes and I kept looking at the clock and I'm like, we only have 20 minutes left and I still have 2 entire sections of the show to go. So I was like, fuck. So I knew that I had to cut. So I cut a song from that section. Originally, Luna was supposed to be there. And
You don't like
No,
Luna? No,
I
tell
like
me.
it. I just
What is it?
it's a song that I don't want to like. If I were to hire a mariachi, I would not ask them to sing Luna, right?
Okay.
Even though I like the song, it's a great song. Just like I wouldn't ask them to sing Costumbres o Amor Eterno. I am not
fair.
wasting my money on that because I'm very particular about mariachi and what I like. And those songs, like, I don't want to hear it.
It's so interesting. I mean, which is fair because I have my list of songs, even as a mariachi player, that I hate playing just because they're so overdone and all this other stuff. But coincidentally enough, as a woman mariachi, like we don't do Luna.
interesting.
Yeah, we haven't played.
But it's also like,
mostly
it's not a
because-
popular song. It's not a
not
popular song,
anymore.
mariachi-wise at least.
Yeah, well,
Is it?
it's a mariachi song, but more so the key is a bitch.
Oh, I
It
see.
is a bitch. So to be able to do it justice and do it in tune, specifically on the violin, to do it intonation wise and
Yeah.
in a whole violin section, like on that point, it's just like kind of like, oh, we need to really work on that. But it's also not as a popular song as it was when we were growing up.
Yeah.
Kind of the same thing, unfortunately, for Ana Gabriel. Like a lot of anyone younger than us really don't know her.
I mean, I love Ana Gabriel.
I love you some Ana
She's
Yeah.
Gabriel.
canceled. Sorry.
Oh, that's right. I forget
Oh,
you.
Yeah.
Can you remind the audience why Ana Gabriel is
It's a
canceled?
political reason, isn't
Yeah,
it?
Yeah.
she in her concert se puso a decir like el INE no se toca when there was a bunch of reforms to revamp Mexico's electoral process. She really spoke out against it. So in one of her concerts, she pretty much said no se toca el INE, meaning like they don't want to. She didn't agree with the idea of revamping it to modernize it to make it more equitable for people because elections are very fraudulent in Mexico.
Yeah.
And
Anywhere.
young people right now are like, let's reform el INE. And she pretty much said, nope. It's very much a right privilege idea that she had. And I was like, no.
You said right?
Yeah, like traditional, more conservative.
Oh, okay. That's okay.
leftists want to reform El INE.
Yeah.
And she pretty much said, like, El INE no se toca.
Which is kind of funny because, like, I know she's a closeted lesbian, but, like...
But I mean, the same thing with Juan Gabriel. We saw it
Yeah.
in the documentary.
I mean, yeah.
He supported
Yeah.
also.
It's because he needed to pay his taxes.
Yeah.
Or
Which he
wanted-
didn't.
Or I was gonna say,
or
with-
keep
lack
not
of.
paying them, not
Yeah,
paying
or
them.
lack
may he
of.
rest in peace. But like, yes, like
Yeah.
it's such a weird like thing to have to grapple with. Like, fuck, you don't align with them completely all the way. But speaking of, it was election day today here in Chicago.
Yes.
So it's the states or
Illinois.
just Chicago, Illinois. Oh, that's right.
Us
Illinois.
suburbs exist too.
Yes. Mhm.
Yes, we do.
Did you
You guys
vote?
vote?
Uh,
Yeah.
I didn't. I'm not a U.S. citizen, so
that's right.
Oh, okay.
yeah. I heard her voice. She's like, "Oh,
Oh.
let's get him off the podcast."
Yeah, immediately.
No.
But that's why we have a voice for you.
Yeah.
No, I'm very fortunate that at my school, one of the buildings
Is a voting
is
poll.
a voting poll, and then where my house is, like literally kitty corner, there's it's another voting poll. So
Nice,
Oh,
nice,
nice.
nice, nice, yeah.
yeah, so I don't know what
I mean, it's
everything's burning to the ground. By
primaries,
the
it's
primaries,
whatever.
but it's
We
just,
we did what we
It's
could.
we're
intense.
trying.
So,
It
really,
is.
COVID primaries that I told you about, that candidate that his people were harassing me, and I was like, never vote for this person. And I told you, wait, as you were leaving today, I was like, don't vote for this person.
Oh, you
Yeah.
did?
Yes,
I voted for that
I
person.
know you did. And I won't say their name, but
We don't need this publicity for
I
these
think it was
people.
2018 or whatever primary I was.
You said
getting-
COVID, so 20.
or I
20.
can't remember, whatever election
2020.
happened. The first time this candidate ran for the primary, it was still a primary.
Oh,
so
it was 2021 then, wasn't
I
it?
can't remember. I lived
Because I remember I lived in
I
Humboldt
lived in
Park,
Archer Heights at that point.
and I remember I just walked around the corner to a building and voted
For that
with
person?
a mask on.
For that person?
No, just with a. I just remember it was with a
Oh, yeah,
mask.
'cause they were in
Mask.
your district. But anyway, the person canvassing for them was like, "Hey, do you have a second?" I was like, "No, thank you. I'm not interested." He's like, "Oh, I'm just canvassing for this person." I said, "No, thank you." And I was getting in my car. He puts his hand in my door to like not close it. And I was like, "Excuse you, like this is gonna go very wrong." And he's like, "Well, I need you to pay attention to me." And I was like, "I don't give a damn who you're canvassing for. I'm
You're
not
both
gonna
struggling
vote
with
for that.
words today.
It's
I'm
hard,
not
man.
gonna vote for this motherfucker. So fuck you, and you better step away, or it's just gonna get ugly." And they were like, "Oh," and then they walked away. And then I went online and I posted about this, and someone who also cannot name.
Are you a Yelp reviewer?
No.
Oh,
I
Okay.
No,
I'm
not everyone's trumpet puppy.
No.
You know, he got invited to Yelp's like 1% tile of reviewers party. Like Yelp holds these parties, guys. Start reviewing shit.
Oh my
Start
God.
reviewing everywhere.
Yanit, this is right up your alley, Yanit.
Oh, we didn't.
Almost.
We
Almost. It's because she's someone like if she's on Google, the most minor inconvenience, no offense, Janet, she will write a review. She will email them with her complaint,
Oh, okay.
and she will do it until it gets fixed.
I don't know if Daniel still does the reviews, but I did see that he was invited to the like top Yelp reviewers
Oh,
in
nice.
the area in Chicago, basically. So he must review a lot.
I have
And
done
then what's
reviews, but then I feel bad and I take them down because I understand people have off days, things happen, and my name's attached to it. So I was like, let me delete this before.
Fake profiles, baby. But yeah, I got you.
Oh, I don't know. Too much energy for me to spend.
Yeah, I get that.
I'd
No,
rather-
but
yeah.
Pero back to my show. Because I do have questions for you that
Yeah, of course.
I'm curious about. How did it feel to be talked about? Actually, no. How did it feel to be not talked about?
mm,
Not that.
told you how I felt.
honestly, like I didn't have any feelings about it, like any ill feelings about it, right? Nothing was. I didn't feel bad, sad. I wasn't angry about anything, mainly because a lot of these stories you had already shared with me at some point, in our entanglement. So I was not surprised by any of this stuff. I was more like, the chronological order of these things, these stories aren't aligning. I know, I get it for the show, because you're like, oh, we took an Uber, and I was like, well, Uber didn't exist back then. You weren't 21 when you were a junior.
In college?
No. Oh, I might have messed that up, but there was something else. Like you said, age-wise, and I was like, well,
Yeah, I was 21.
no, yeah,
in
that. But it was
junior.
something else that I'm like, oh, no cuadra ahí. But I mean, I knew it was for the show.
Can I, add to that point, would you fix the show, not fix,
Aligned.
Edit?
Edit? Yeah.
edit or, amend the show where it does go in chronological order, or are you focusing specifically on the actual confession part of it? And then, because that in itself is a story, a whole show on its own, the chronological aspect as to who broke my heart first.
So, this is why that fourth stage was supposed to be a lot longer. But no, I never considered it being chronological because to me that's boring.
Okay.
Like to me, the idea of like going from one boyfriend to the next, to the next, to the next, it just doesn't allow. It restricts so much of what you can say.
Yes.
Within each relationship.
Yeah.
And so that's why each of the confessions were thematic, wherein all four of those fit into all.
Yeah, because you went through all of them.
Into all of those themes. And then my idea was I will give a little bit of three of them, and then I'll have a main story within that theme about one of them. So like the first one, We Ignore the Red Flags, that was thematically mostly Athens. Because he had the most shocking response from the audience when I said his red flag.
Look, we're not going to acknowledge it because we're not. I did like the response from the crowd. Like, I mean, it's the right response. Oh,
agreed. Agreed.
Yeah, you can say
agreed.
that. You can say that. Yeah.
It's the right response because I think we all had that same response.
There was someone one of my
out.
friends in the audience has challenged me about that relationship over and over again, and like why it was even a thing.
Yeah.
And so my idea was each of the four will take one of these stage confessions mostly, and I'll like highlight little bits of the other ones.
Okay.
So
no, I like that.
So the wild stage was mostly yours because I did the whole fantasy of like what it was supposed to
look
like.
But it was wild
post breakup
regarding to you, like
yeah.
So like that's I was like, pues ahí no me fue mal porque pues loco eres tú.
Right. Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Like,
but that's what I meant to do by that third stage. Just like start to flip. Like who's actually not. And I mean, to me, I thought I did it masterfully. Like I was like, the idea is you give all the bad shit to them at the beginning, then you start to like muddle or gray like the line. Well,
you start blurring the line. Yeah.
And then by the end of the fourth stage, you're like, oh, I get it. Like I understand why you reacted to your relationships the way that you reacted to them.
Yeah. But also this someone who is also mentally healthy and emotionally intelligent will be able to realize that, because everybody else is like, oh my God, yes, that's hot. Oh my God, yes, I would do that too. Oh my God, I've thought about that so many times. Why are we single?
People are having their own confesiones.
Yes, which is amazing, because I think every little table that was there had their own little like, oh shit.
The vulnerability part of it is what scared me the most.
Yeah.
But it's also why I lost sleep. Because I was like, just as much as like there's a line between like how much do I heckle you or how much do I jab at you in the show.
Increase it.
A lot more. Before I lose the audience, before they become uncomfortable, and before they start, and before I turn them from me to you, because that can happen.
Yeah.
Like if I heckle too much, then the audience will turn.
Yeah.
They'll be like, oh, like no, like.
No, but then you have to realize, oh, aquí está. Obviously, like, I told you one joke that I'm like, and I told you after the women went out to eat afterwards, I'm like, you should have added this. Like,
I don't remember what it was.
They're like, oh, not Tamaulipas taking me to an all-expense trip to Mexico, only to tell me he just wants to be friends.
Right.
I think that joke would have killed. Because it's also like, oh,
And save
Descarado.
Tamaulipas' face.
Yeah.
And saying,
Yeah. No, for sure. But just like there's that line of like the balance of it,
Yeah.
there's also the balance of like how much in stage 4 or confession number 4, which is titled Por mi culpa, por mi culpa, por mi propia culpa. But also like not such a good title though.
Love
Tell me-
that though.
right?
Oh,
And I should
my
have
God. You should have done it. Oh my God, you should get church bells.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my God, can you?
So stage 4 is titled Por mi culpa, por mi culpa.
And you
por
didn't
mi propia
mention
culpa.
that.
No, I didn't.
Oh my God.
Um,
I would have been all over that.
Yeah, and so balancing sharing real trauma,
Yes.
sharing real mental health and healing.
Yeah.
That stage was the hardest one for me. Like
Yeah.
how much do I share where it still melds well within the show entirely, and how much do I leave out, and how much do I leave out so that I ensure that I don't make anyone uncomfortable? Because
But
I don't know. Do we make
I was gonna
people
say,
a little bit
I
uncomfortable?
was gonna say
Yes,
to
I-
rebuttal, yes, that's the most vulnerable part of the show, and vulnerability and healing is very uncomfortable.
Hey, okay,
You know what I mean?
we in church now.
Like, and because you took the audience on a high, and we were all laughing, and on top of that, mind you, like, he's still putting on a show, like he's still singing, and your voice was amazing that day. Like you were in really, you were in,
Oh,
you
this
were
is a
in,
separate conversation, but that's
yeah,
okay.
and we'll talk about that because I've been wanting. I'm like, how do I go to the singing? Like you were in good voice that day, or you seemed like you had a handle of what you wanted to do. Like your voice was healthy, but like that. So you had us on that high. So when it did get to that point, you had full control to bring us down and feel everything.
And I feel like I brought us down like maybe like 2 steps when I meant to bring us down an entire 2 flights.
Yeah, you should have. And I get it, because that's not only were you nervous for the show in itself, but now you're like, fuck, am I really going to air it out?
Yes, am I really going to confess this
Fast
confession?
right now.
Yeah.
And because you and I spoke like 2 days before your show, and how worried you were about that specific part, specifically because your parents were going to be in the audience. And I remember you specifically saying, I'm going to do that entire section in English.
Yes, and I did.
And you did. Because it's like, and the way you talked about your parents was beautiful.
Yes, yeah.
Absolutely beautiful. But then I can also, like, you're like, I also don't want them to really know what I'm saying, because I can get also very emotional with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But I think you could go so much deeper with that, where people are like, oh shit, we were laughing, singing with you, laughing with you, dancing with you. And then, but like, this is what we came for. The vulnerability aspect.
Which is funny to me, because some people still got that. And I was like, okay.
Yeah, but you're dramatic as fuck. Like, I wanted more.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I agree.
And I'm also very dramatic. So I'm like, it was beautiful. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want you to misinterpret that. But like, I know there's so much more on tap there.
Yes, because I left so much unsaid.
You had so much unsaid. Y por el mismo miedo no te dejaste.
El miedo and
Y
the
el
time.
tiempo.
And
Yeah,
the time.
yeah,
I was
yeah,
like,
So
I
then
gotta
you
wrap
think
this up.
You would make this longer for the next time? Because
Ooh.
we did talk about this.
That's a good question. Would that be
Post-show.
too
Post-show,
long?
we went out for
So-
drinks and food.
Cesar had said, the owner of the comedy theater, I did offer him 90 minutes, and I offered him a full 2 hours, and he said, let's start out with 90 and see how it goes. And I was like, cool. So after the show, he was like, we have to do this again. And I was like, for sure. And he was like, and we can make it longer. And I was like, awesome. And
Damn, that's 2 hours.
the
I
thing
mean,
is,
no
though,
break.
no.
He left stuff
then
out
we would
and
have-
he went over.
No, and
But
he
this
went
is what
over,
I would
yeah.
do. I would add an intermission.
A
Okay.
10-minute intermission.
15.
look at that.
Maybe more.
Because,
You need it.
and I know exactly where I would cut it off. I know exactly how I would fill up the rest of the time. Because I don't know if I said
We
this to
talked
you
about
last
this
time.
yesterday.
Okay. One character who gets left out of this entire show.
Yes.
You
didn't mention this character. Is it this,
I don't know who you're thinking about.
Guatemala?
No, Antigua gets. Oh, I just don't talk about
You didn't
Antigua
talk
too much.
Yeah, Antigua, like you.
I think I did one story.
Antigua
You
had
said- yeah.
one story.
Yeah, you said. So my thing was like two feedback comments or two commentaries. I was like, one, irrelevant. The second one was like, make it longer and add a bit more storyline with each city because I felt like most cities was more centered towards Tamaulipas because I was there and mainly because you just called me out a few times.
Right.
So it felt very centric to that. And it kind of gave the idea people like, oh, like something's still there. Because like even when you said like, oh, the relationship was 2 years and it took 2 years to get over them.
Oh my God, I had another funny joke about that too, by the way.
And to me, you just said, which is the correct thing because it's been messy.
Yes,
It's
for
been
sure.
a messy
it's
14, 15 years now.
yeah.
Ooh, God.
Isn't that crazy when you put it in perspective how
Yeah,
long
don't do
you like
that.
spent time with someone?
But that's the thing, like, actually, never mind. I wasn't gonna say it. I'm not gonna say what I was gonna say.
Oh no,
This is not-
No,
This podcast is not for that. we need a different one.
Yeah, we need a
Well,
different
here's
one
a
for
joke that I was gonna say that kind of speaks to this.
Yeah.
Is that I threw out years. Obviously, like I dated this person for this many years, and then I broke up with them for this many years.
Sí, sí.
Right. That was the wild card stage. One of the jokes that I forgot at the end of stage 3 was that like, and if any of you are good at math,
The math ain't mathin'.
the math does not math.
Yeah.
So that's what I was gonna say when
Yeah.
I think about the chronological order of things. I was like, oh, that's not a good idea porque
It would
It's,
intertwine. It's very
intertwines and
intertwining,
very
yeah.
messy, especially with
the Tamaulipas part of the story. Yeah. Let's just put
I
it
think-
out
Oh,
there.
and
Yeah,
I think-
actually, I'm not gonna say who else, but
well,
many of these.
yes,
peop-
Many.
and the
several.
and the beginning too.
And then,
Actually,
and then for the
there's a Tamaulipas story which every single one of those stories, other cities,
and yes, for sure.
oh,
Well,
except
or you could look at it.
Springfield.
You could also look at it. There's
There's someone who has been there at every single point.
You could also say that for one
Let's
of the
just say
other.
Jose owns a
yeah.
passport.
You
No,
could-
no, no. Yeah.
You know what's really funny about? I'll tell you this later. Actually, well, I'll say it on the.
No,
pod.
that I know because knowing
Yes.
you from
You and
Yeah.
another
Yeah.
one of the
Yeah.
characters have expanded the exact amount of time, but yes. So I have thought about
differently though.
yes, for sure. I have thought about Elon.
No, because we talked about this recently, and because he's like, well, technically, like,
oh my god, I love this.
no.
Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna bring this up because you don't remember.
But you know why? Because I missed a joke. I missed a joke at the beginning of the show that would have let you know all of that. That like Antigua, I chased for 10 years. That was their red flag. And I missed giving their red flag.
Yeah, you didn't.
I forgot. I forgot.
Antigua got one story and one story only.
And but the joke I was supposed to reveal all the red flags at the
You
beginning.
should- yeah.
And Antigua was supposed to be like,
that was gonna be one. of
when
my
someone
critiques.
makes you chase them for 10 years,
yeah,
that's a fucking
red flag.
they don't fucking like you.
He don't like you.
Like,
boo-boo.
why did I do
Yeah,
that? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And so that 10-year line covers a lot of the other.
Oh, that was yeah. Because that was gonna be one of my critiques. I'm like, you gave us one red flag and one red flag only.
Mm-mm.
Yes, it was Athens.
I was give you Athens and I give you
Springfield.
Springfield.
That's it.
That was it.
Well, I guess me correcting him. I don't know.
No, but that came later.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
that was on the
yeah.
spot.
Yeah, I felt like there wasn't a lot of red flags
yeah.
that were given.
I
They're all
feel,
they're all written on the board
They're
if
all
you
on
if you
board.
want to see them.
but to be fair, it was the first part of the show.
Yeah, and I
Which
was
is like,
what is this?
dying. They're like,
What
I
is-
mean,
just don't read their names.
when
but,
we said
yeah.
Italy,
What is
he said,
trips?
fuck.
It says trips question mark.
Trips is not the red flag. Trips is the wild card part.
Okay.
Going on trips with people that you shouldn't probably going on trips.
Correct. And what happens on those trips when you do that shit?
Got it.
Post breakup.
But they're fun. Right?
I've never really taken trips
I mean,
with
it's
anyone.
it's
actually.
hot.
Yes, we have.
But it can't be that
Post
trip.
breakup. No, it's not your trip.
Okay,
Obviously.
yeah,
It's not your-
exactly.
it's not your trip. But we still have.
Because you were mad. Actually, let's move on.
Yes, let's move on. But like you said,
No,
when you
please,
asked the
just
question,
continue.
would I would extend the show, and I had a few people tell me like it should be at least 2 hours with an intermission in the middle.
Yeah.
I'm like, cool, I can do that. And now I was so nervous about how I would be able to entertain people with stories. Like that's really what took sleep away from me. Because honestly, at the end of the day, I was like, if my stories start to fail at the very beginning, fuck it,
Sing,
it's gonna
baby.
become a concert. Like
Yeah,
let's go.
Sing, baby.
It'll
yeah.
be a Juan Gabriel concert through and through. This band knows all of the songs that I do. Like it doesn't fucking matter. I don't
Yeah.
have to tell more stories. I don't have to try making more jokes. Like la la la. But it thankfully it worked. Like the
Yeah.
stories worked. The arc worked. People followed through for the most part of it. And so elongating the show, yes, I will elongate the show to 2 hours with an intermission. I will add a fifth character to the storyline as like a add-on, and
Mhm.
that's gonna be because all of these were relationships. All of these were people that I was in a relationship with. The fifth character I would add would be my casi algo,
Ooh.
which is a great add-on as far as I'm concerned.
It's an amazing add-on.
Who is this?
Casi algo, my casi algo.
No, but who is this?
I would probably give him the name.
Would be Guatemala too?
No,
Mr.
no, no.
Perfect? Is that who you're referring to?
Oh no.
Oh.
It would be if I had to pick a city, it would probably be like Milwaukee.
Oh.
Do I know this person? that you're
Yes,
talking
you
to?
do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I'm saying, like, give me a clue, because now I'm like, I want to know what we're
Now we
talking
need
about
names,
too.
Yeah.
Whisper it.
I can.
Here, just type it on my phone right there, because I feel like
Ay.
yeah, I want to know the chisme too.
Oh, here.
Oh, okay, got it. So another Springfield. Got it. I understood Milwaukee. Got it.
Amado, the way you're handling this, because the way I would have been like, don't fucking mention
Here's my thing, and I'm gonna openly say it because
We might edit
it
this out.
is who I am, and if you know me, it is. I'm not threatened by cities like Milwaukee or Springfield.
And here's why cities work, because you know what he means, but it's not as aggressive.
It is.
Tell me that does not work. That was awesome. Honestly, cheers, because that was beautifully
That was-
delivered.
that was-
Not that I'm threatened by any other cities in the world, regardless, because I obviously have moved on and I'm at a different point in life. But and Jose knows this, and we recently had this conversation, and he asked me, "Would you be embarrassed of me if I end up with a city like Springfield or Milwaukee?" And I said, "No, I would definitely not be embarrassed."
The audience right now
I know.
is either so confused or so locked in.
So like, I'm keep talking. Stop interrupting.
And I was like, "No, I would not be like embarrassed of you. Like I was like support you, and like you're happy, right? But behind your back, motherfucker. Yes, because it's just who I am. Like I'm so sorry. Like people can be happy, but I personally know that I couldn't do that because there's so many things I want to explore within my own little geographical area without having to explain things. And I know he's in the same boat because he's told me so many times, "You're the only person I can talk to these things about," or whatever. And no, I would support him, whatever, regardless. But I'd be like, pues, you have to settle somewhere, I guess. And that's all. That's all I'm gonna say about that.
So basically what you're saying is that if Jose doesn't come back to the motherland,
He should travel more in the motherland. Recently he told me, he's like, oh no, there's people more Mexican than you. And absolutely not true. And he tried to tell me, and I was like, oh, my friend.
Name another city.
I'm gonna say
City.
Cicero, and then
Got it. Yeah.
and I was like, oh, okay.
I just say
No, we were sitting on this couch, okay,
okay. That is what it is.
because he was outside.
So I will say,
Couch.
previous to the show happening, you and I had heart to heart, because I was really nervous about exposing all of my relationships, but also, and maybe that's why I didn't talk about some of them more, or some of them I talked more than others. Like, Springfield is so gone out of my life that I felt so free to just like say whatever the fuck I wanted. And they still haven't
And
heard.
it showed.
You know
Yes,
what?
yes,
You know what
yes.
story you should have said there? The steak story.
The what?
When you guys went out with the parents to eat to the steakhouse. And it was,
Oh, that wasn't
that was in Springfield.
No, that was in Springfield.
That was Athens.
That was
Oh,
Athens.
sorry.
Yeah,
I was
yeah,
getting
yeah.
confused because
Yeah.
they have literally the same name.
Oh yes, they do.
And
Their,
to me,
their
they're-
first names are the same. Yeah,
And to
yeah.
me, they're both Springfield because
Well, because here's the thing, Athens/Philippines was adopted by white parents, so culturally,
Springfield.
yes.
I am loving this.
it's getting messy.
It's,
Is this the no? This cannot be the messiest.
this entire thing is a red flag.
This entire thing is a red flag. Which is why, if you dated me, are dating me, or hope to date me, don't listen
Don't
to this
listen to this
episode.
Don't. And same for me because you're. I'm exposing.
You're also exposing yourself and
Yeah.
like what you would not have
how-
liked.
No, yeah. I'm like, what do you mean you're talking about other bitches at our show? Oh my gosh, this is amazing. But I do want to say, you should be very proud of yourself.
Thank you. Thank you.
I was like clapping. I was like, oh my God. I have no idea how your parents felt. And the thing is, it's like, I've seen you perform so many times.
Yeah.
So it's not like, oh my God, it's his first performance ever. Look at him go. He's worked so hard because he didn't.
Mentally, the load was heavy. All right.
But it was fun because I knew it was something different and something that you had been wanting to do. So it was just seeing you be able to put it on stage and the fact that it's going to happen again. And I know it's going to keep happening again.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm very excited.
Yeah.
that.
I'm excited because I have the jokes that I didn't get to do that night.
Yeah.
I'm excited because I have more jokes that were born out of that night, and I have jokes that like I'm already thinking about to add, or stories even. I've worked at this bit for so long, for like so many years at this point. And I used to joke at the Kileria.
Yeah.
I used to like open the night up with like, "Hi everyone," because after a certain amount of years, people would come because they knew that we were there.
Yeah.
And so, and because they knew that it wasn't just like going to be music, it was just going to be me also like shooting the shit or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, like, I would open the night up with like, "Welcome to my Netflix special today.
Yeah.
We're recording it."
Yeah.
And every now and then, people believed it.
That's
And I was like,
crazy.
"Guys,
come on.
there's no
No
fucking
fucking
cameras
cameras."
around. What do you mean? Why are you believing
Believing
this?" I am lying.
Red flag.
But this show would be, and I'm gonna manifest it right now here today.
Yes.
This is what I would want to offer as a Netflix special.
Yeah.
This Stages of Confesiones through Juan Gabriel songs. They already own a lot of his catalog because of the documentary.
Anyway.
So once the documentary came out, I was like, holy, that means that Juan Gabriel's estate sold
Yeah.
some of their
And especially a lot of the songs that you did.
royalties.
Anyway.
Yes,
You did
yes.
that, yeah.
Es mejor decir da. Also, well, one thing that I would go back to vocally, I wish I had a monitor.
Oh, okay.
My dad insisted on one,
And you said no?
and I said, I don't want one. Like, stop.
I was going to ask because the space was... how was the echo? Like...
Non-existent to me. Was it existent to all of you?
We heard you amazingly. You
Yeah.
were loud. Like, it was a perfect level.
Well, these spaces are built so that
For
you don't
that.
need a mic. Like
So
a
you
system.
didn't have in-ears. You had nothing.
So to me,
Yeah.
all I heard was drum, trumpets when they played,
Oh, shit.
and a little bit of bass.
Shut
So
up.
the guitar, I did not hear ever. Which is, listening back to some of the videos that people have sent me, I'm like, yeah, I didn't even know what fucking key
Yeah.
we were in.
Which
At that point, I was
kudos to
playing
you was
muscle
muscle
memory.
memory. I was going to say
'Cause I
kudos
was
to you
like,
was muscle memory.
fuck.
But also, you're working with Madera Once, so they like, you can rest assured they're gonna back you up.
No, that's not it. They were playing great. What I mean is, like, I couldn't hear
yourself, them.
the foundation
The
of
foundation of what note you had to start with, especially
Yeah.
because a lot of
Well, that's what I
mostly
mean.
all
Like,
your songs
like
you started,
right.
and you just had to hope you hit it, or they would give you the chord, which would be the guitar.
And I
you
couldn't
couldn't
hear
hear
the
it.
guitar. So I would just be like, okay, let's here we
See,
go.
and I thought that there was a monitor somewhere,
Mm-mm.
like on the corner, that I wasn't seeing because I know there wasn't
girl,
one
what do
in
you
front
think
of
the
you.
budget was for this?
I mean, but you usually have a monitor.
Netflix, please, budget.
Yeah, well, because you usually do have the
No.
one monitor for yourself
For big shows,
for
yeah.
big shows.
And
yeah.
for this one,
Was it because you were just like, I don't want any more anything on stage?
yeah, no, it was because I was like, we have 40 minutes to set this whole thing up,
Oh,
the entire thing up, because the comedy theater had classes up to 6.
Oh shit. Okay.
So then that's why we didn't arrive
Oh, okay,
earlier.
I was
we would
gonna
have
say-
we would have arrived way
And
earlier.
people
Yeah.
arrived there at 6 trying to get seated. I was like, give me a few minutes. We're
That's
not set up yet.
crazy.
So Amado did volunteer as my main volunteer.
I would
to,
not
like,
say volunteer, by the way. Volunteer,
Voluntold.
yes.
volunteer.
I had no option.
He bought tickets. He bought tickets, and I was like, "All right, you're gonna be there.
You're
Be there an hour
working.
earlier. Like,
Yeah,
let's
it's
go."
hilarious. I will
Um,
say, as another note, just like stage wise, I felt like you felt there was so many cables.
I know, on the stage,
on
like
the
I couldn't like
stage that
step on.
You couldn't
yeah.
step on. So I feel, and then you were already nervous about every literal step
Right,
you
right,
took.
right.
That like, oh my god, I wish you
How
didn't have
do
to
we-
worry about cables.
I have a question for you all. How do we feel about the outfit?
I was
loved
surprised.
it, except the shoes. I told you that. Sorry.
Mm.
Very vocal. Very vocal.
This was-
I will
this was-
agree though.
this-
This was the
for me.
problem in the relationship, but that's okay. This is why he's
Ask
part
him,
of the
the
show.
ask him who has dressed him for the better half of his adult life, who has bought all his clothes, all his shoes. Majority of that has been
I was
one
gonna
person.
say
okay?
guessing you.
So, que se calle mejor.
So I was gonna say because there is a
Sorry, that
point.
sounded aggressive.
No, but
No.
You were gonna be like, Jose, are you okay? Yeah, he's
Blink,
perfectly
blink,
okay.
He's fine. He's fine. He's fine. Because
not.
I was, I was surprised, pleasantly surprised when you came out in the outfit.
Mm.
I was not expecting that, and I love that because I was expecting gaban, rebozo. You're, just, you know.
Oh, yeah, okay,
you know,
yeah,
like
yeah.
He
your
wanted to
typical
wear
stuff.
Traditional.
a hoodie
I
and sweatpants.
well, he made that joke, and I'm like,
Yeah.
honestly, I get it.
Está loco.
What about
But
if you do?
No, I was this close. I'm not gonna lie. I was this close to buying like high-end athleisure wear
Yeah.
for the show, where it's just like a relaxed hoodie and a relaxed pant
And I get
and a really cute kicks, you know?
and I get
Because
why.
to me, the show is not me trying to emulate what Juan Gabriel was. That's not at all what it is.
Right.
It is literally me telling stories about my relationships set to the background of Juan Gabriel songs. And then it's honestly stage 4 or confession
Yeah.
4 that really is that grapple with the attire, the shiny jacket. I want it to be the most comfortable if I'm going to have to tell
Yeah.
that story.
And I was gonna say I get that,
Me
like
too,
theatrically
absolutely.
wise, as to like, well, I am confessing to you, and I want to be completely comfortable. Like we're stepping into your space, not you stepping into our space.
Right.
So if like so like I would have completely gotten that, and now like if you are going to do this,
I was just gonna. Oh, are we in the same space, bitch? Are we talking costume change? Yeah. Because then the second act, you come out and
This is where I say I'm angry because
Amado, this
someone
is why you're part of
suggested
the
that,
show.
and no, be quiet. No, totally not.
when
possible.
did you suggest that?
I told you should have a costume change. I
For
told you
this show,
yes, for this show, way before.
Pero wait, what time?
Yeah, where? Because it's 90 minutes run through.
Oh, but you just said it. Costume
No, but
change.
like if he's having an
Well-
intermission.
Well, yes, but it doesn't matter though.
No, it
the
does.
idea of the
It's-
costume change, regardless of whether it's 90 minutes, now you're like, yeah.
Well, because it has to be a one
Okay.
through straight
okay.
thing.
It's okay. My ideas don't matter. It's,
No,
it's not my show. It's fine.
no, we're talking about.
No, yes, obviously.
right.
But I'm saying when I brought up the idea of costume change, you were like, nah.
Well, no, I can't do a costume change in a 90-minute show.
No.
That's just silly.
Unless he's doing like a magic
like-
Mike moment.
You could have done.
You could have.
Oh, Magic Mike. Oh, sorry. I heard something different. That's a totally different show.
That is a totally different show.
Yeah, I agree too.
I love this
Costume
brand new
change.
concept.
But yes, we are.
Brand
yes,
new. No one ever brought it up
Yeah.
for this.
So we are thinking in the same line.
Yes, you guys are. You guys are the
No,
art-
but you did-
guys are the artists here, so
Yeah.
you guys
Glad
don't
you
matter.
could hop on board.
Yeah.
I will say, Gio and I tried to figure out at some point during between stage 2 and 3, like where does someone take a solo long enough
Where you
that I
can
go
change.
back and change? But we couldn't because we never had a full band rehearsal.
Mm.
Like we had half the band one day and then a completely different half of the band the other day, minus Gio, who was there for both rehearsals.
Wait. Can I backtrack to something? Because I asked her earlier what she thought of the opening. And
Oh.
then we talked about it, and I never said what I wanted to share. Because I told him, like, we saw this other performer do similar concept online. And I felt like his opening...
Alan Cumming?
Yeah. Sorry, I forgot his name. I felt like his opening was very much like I said, just music.
We should watch it right after this.
Okay.
But I felt
Well-
like...
I'm going to interrupt you again.
Yeah, go ahead.
Only because that joke about when Cesar confirmed, yeah, we're doing the show. And then I said, cool, beans, let's do it. And then I sold the tickets and then it got sold out. And I was like, oh my God, now I have to actually write the show. The joke about like my coworker texting me the next day,
Do you even know what a
do you
cabaret
even know what a cabaret
is?
show is? Like, have you ever done one? And I was like, no. That joke is true. And then the next day at work, one of my coworkers is also a theater person. And I asked him, I was like, hey, have you ever done a cabaret show? Because we had a full team meeting and it was before the full team meeting started. And he was like, yeah. He's like, I've done one. Like I helped stage work it, and then I've seen several. And he was like, "Why? Are you doing one?" Because he knows that I'm also like in the performance space. And I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "I had an idea," and then he was like, "This is the problem with us. We have ideas. That's how we get in trouble.
This is how we get ourselves into
This is how we get
shit.
into
Yeah.
And I was like, I know. Why did I have an idea? And also, who lets us run with them? Like, why?
And
he's
why
just
do they
like,
execute them?
Like, why are they doing this?
Yes, yeah.
And he was really funny. And he was like, yeah, whatever. And I was like, and after that conversation, I realized I've never seen one.
Alex, okay, coming. Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
So then I Googled one
Oh, man.
man show, cabaret show, music band. laughter. Like I did all the like
the
keywords,
keywords.
and a few of them popped up. It was Alan Cumming and oh my god,
There's a woman, right?
Sandra Bernhard was the second one. So they both were the two that popped up. And I was like, okay, I guess I'll watch Alan Cummings because I know both of them, but I was like, I'll watch Alan Cummings one. Have you ever watched Spy Kids?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
evil,
The evil kid, the evil guy.
the evil
Oh
guy.
no way, that's him.
Yeah.
Oh,
so
shit.
Alan
Okay,
Cummings
yeah.
is him, and he did basically what I did.
Yeah.
So I watched it, and I was like, well, that's what I was gonna do anyway.
I
Like,
do that all the time.
I knew that was what I was gonna do. And then be honest, tell me that that's not what I was gonna do.
Yeah,
Like,
we watched it together.
Yeah.
So, did you have? What was your thoughts on the intro number?
Well, and the same thing I told him, like, it's too lengthy. The Alan Cummings, whatever. Too much music right at the start. And then we talked about it last night too, and I don't even remember. I do like starting with music, but somewhere in there, give it like a little speech, like not like
To
whatever.
remind people that they're here to see
Yes,
that
yes.
and not
Y
just
luego,
a concert.
he even agreed, and he's like, and then pam, seguirle con la canción. And I forgot what we should record. We should record these things.
No, I remember what we said.
Okay.
We said we should have done, and I can give this away. Who knows who listens to this? I don't know if it is. Because Es Mejor Decir Adiós was not supposed to be part of the opening number.
No way.
It was supposed to be just like the musical intro, pa 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 da pa dum bum bum
then you-
pa pa pa. As I walk up to the microphone, da 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 da. People clap, da 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 da.
Oh, that's cute.
And tú estás siempre en mi mente. That's what it was supposed to be.
You know what I realized? During that, you should have a little shimmy or something. 'Cause
Shut
you were
up.
just a little like,
Nope.
no
No
little
But
shimmy.
shimmy.
I
Shimmy's
was
allowed.
so nervous. No, she
You
doesn't.
did
have-
a little shimmy.
Well,
You're like,
Yeah.
come on, guys.
and I heard her
was-
scream it so loud
Or like,
when I did the
don't
shimmy.
know, the single ladies or something.
I heard it. I heard you scream so loud during
said-
my
Zapateado,
shimmy.
pues, o
I
algo.
said, "Fuck your shimmy."
You don't, no shimmies for you?
No, I'll tell you
Oh,
what.
okay.
Her favorite Juan Gabriel song in the world is Hasta que te conocí.
Okay.
And she's really upset that as a woman, she can sing the song and people will still be happy, right? But the entire thing about Hasta que te conocí is like the trumpets come in. That like thematic that we all know.
Yeah, yes.
Dun, dun. It-
Sounds like a personal.
It is.
It's
It
a
is-
very much straight issue.
It's that as a straight person, her doing this
Yes.
is not gonna get the same
I knew
reaction.
exactly where it was
Ex-
going once I realized where I was going.
And I'm so mad. And I voiced this to him as a friend, as a confidant in the industry. And then he used it against
And that was for you. I was like, watch this. Mm, mm, mm. And I did the most minimal version of it too, which I thought was hilarious.
I thought it was hysterical. And I was like, this bitch. And
Give
in
us
the
more
mo-
shimmies.
In the more minimalistic
Yes,
way.
like I literally went like,
He's like, literally, everybody watch this.
But he was like, I bet,
Two.
watch.
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
everyone went crazy about it.
Yeah.
I was like, he's a nothing. And I realized everyone was
But
like,
yeah, did everything.
Yes.
Yeah,
I did
yeah.
nothing and everything at the
and
same
everyone
time.
was like, "Wow." I was like, fuck your shit.
And you know what that's called? Gay reparations. It is what it is.
Is it though?
Is it not? Do I owe anything to the straight community? Into the mic. Do I owe anything to the straight community?
But I am a woman.
All right, cheers. Actually, yes, you are a woman. You are a woman. That's right. I am woman. That's
Hashtag
right.
me too. In this sense.
Yes.
It's okay, Amado. It's fine.
Not you making Amado uncomfortable.
I know.
No, I'm not
Sorry,
uncomfortable.
I
I,
think-
I was biting my tongue. No, like in all positivity.
No, I understand that.
No,
I understand that.
Because after the whole
Ah, yeah,
city fiasco, I don't want
to
to be canceled.
let us
Let us
all come back to zero.
Yeah, back to zero.
What was the question that we were asking?
What was the question?
Oh, that I was like at the beginning. I need
the
a
intro.
little shimmy might work.
Oh, that's right.
In that song.
So
Mhm.
what I have figured out is that I would probably do. Listeners, if you come to the show, even if you know what's going to happen, trust me, it's not going to be the same because they change shit all the time anyway. So it would be like, es mejor decir adios. And the reason they decided to include the actual song was because I was like, well, this is the theme.
Yeah.
I need to sing a little bit of it.
And to be fair, it is kind of I if it wasn't for the documentary, I don't think
Nobody would have known it.
The song.
Yeah.
Because this is a deep cut.
And then I obviously kept. We would go straight into Siempre en mi mente, and then after Siempre en mi mente, the band will play under me as I bienvenidos todos.
Yes. I think it'd be really. I agree. Yeah.
We need some communication.
Because I do think the potpourri went too long for the beginning, where people were like, "Oh, one song
for
after
the specific show."
Correct.
Right.
I think it can still go 8 minutes.
You could just have to add
15 seconds of some talk in between.
And the reason that I agree with that is the fact that I had to stop to untangle a microphone.
Right. When there was
During
no
that.
music playing.
Yeah. And I was just like, oh, fuck. But the fact that the audience responded so well to me untangling that microphone,
yeah,
I was like, oh, they needed a bit of relief, like a little bit of like, or they needed to hear from me.
Yeah.
A little bit earlier than the end of the 8-minute potpourri, you know?
They needed to hear from me.
You know, because like you have to settle that.
You have to acknowledge, hey, you're here for this.
No, and that's true. And I do agree.
Know what we're there for, right?
Right, because I do agree. Like, that would have been the perfect part to introduce.
Yeah.
If you don't know me, this is me. This is the show.
And it actually will make the next cue so much easier.
Yeah.
Because I will say, shout out to the band. I love them. I shouted them out individually that day, but I wish I had done a bigger job of it. They truly made my dreams come true that day.
Yeah.
Like I gave them, this is what I want. This is what I want it to sound like. This is what one song after the other, like la la la. And that's why Gio and I actually, like, Gio's the only one who knew
how
the entire show, because he was the one who was here for both rehearsals, and he asked questions. He was like, okay, what's the story here, or like, how do we transition from this one section to the other section? And so he actually knew the entire show. Like, Gio is the only one who knew the entire show. And so I appreciated that, because he made sure that, like, things were going in the direction that they were supposed to go. But
there's a parade happening.
Something's happening outside. I thought it was my serenata.
I know, because it brought me back to COVID times.
No, but it sounds like horns.
Yeah.
It sounds like trumpets.
Sirenas outside.
Are trumpets playing?
They would never.
Did someone? Yo no sé a qué has venido. Habíamos quedado ya.
Oh, I gotta say, well, I told you I'm not gonna say this on the mic.
What?
Well, now
My feelings on that song. I'll say it. I'll tell you after.
Oh, no, just say it at this point. Just say it.
It's one of my favorite songs.
Oh,
And I'm very critical of it.
He hates Madera Once. That's why.
No, I don't. No, I don't.
No, he.
Just because I hate you doesn't mean I hate everybody else. I'm just kidding.
Not wrong.
Yeah. No.
The way it was played, just the way it was delivered.
So it's a song that I need a whole mariachi.
It's a mariachi song.
Yeah.
It's a mariachi song. Yeah.
And I was very surprised he put that in there.
Without a mariachi.
Yeah. But I get why he did, right?
Right.
But he knows. I've talked a lot about this song and whatnot to him over the years, and I'm like, it's a song that I'm like very picky about. That I'm like, I want to hear a certain way. Like, I'm not a musician at all, but I know what I like, and I like things done a certain way when it's like when it comes to music.
Right.
Right. So Yeah, I had feelings about it, but I didn't hate it. But I was very surprised. One, that he remembered the lyrics.
Honestly, same.
Yeah, that
Honestly,
he remembered the
same.
lyrics. I
That
was
he
like,
remembered
oh.
the lyrics.
And then I was
honestly
surprised what followed that. I was like, oh, okay.
My original song?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oy, que te
that was
veo.
good.
Yes. Oh, wasn't it? Like
Yeah.
that was very strategic. Sorry.
No, that was good. That was good. And
Surprised he didn't do Amado.
Well, no, please, let's calm down. It's not a show about you. It's a show about.
Oh, what did Gio say? I was like, oh, how did
Our
you
show.
like? Someone wrote a whole show about or album about you at the drinks dinner afterwards, and I was like, oh, actually, it was not about me. And he was like, host, okay, let's move on because this is a different topic.
Let us move on. No,
No,
but
we won't.
this is where I would also be like, this show is about me.
and I don't know who these other three
Yeah, I don't
bitches
know who
are.
the
Yeah.
fuck these other three bitches are, but
No, I
mostly
mean,
about me.
I thoroughly know who all of them are. Some of them had to find out
I was like, Amado.
late in the end who I was.
I was
but
gonna
hey.
say, I'm like, Amado's like, well, I was through them all with you.
One thing about me, I always know what I'm getting myself into, and I like knowledge, and I know things before people think I know things.
So the funny thing is, like, this story is funny to me because you do overlap with a lot of these people. You overlap with Athens. You overlap with
Of knowing, yes. Well,
you overlap with Springfield.
I
Specifically,
never
like,
actually met them, right?
you never met Springfield.
No.
You overlap with Antigua as well, and you actually overlap with Casi Algo, which is the new addition to the
I
show.
can't wait. Yeah, I cannot wait.
So I have a question for you, and now that I asked you also, do you think this show could work? Asi Fue, Canciones y Confesiones.
Could work what?
Not being rooted
Oh, I know you're gonna ask.
in Juan Gabriel songs, and instead optioning in and out different artist songs. Do you think that like people would?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, damn! Both of you. I didn't
Yes.
expect an answer from both of you actually,
Yes, because people are going to watch you,
and that's I guess where my
but your safety net is Juan Gabriel.
no, I think my fear is, well, yes, my safety net with getting people to
Yes,
come
yeah.
is Juan Gabriel. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
People understand that like I will do Juan Gabriel songs.
And that's what you're trying to also. I mean, we've talked about this where like, I mean, you don't mind being identified as a Juan Gabriel act, but you're much more than
As a
that.
homo. I was like, oh my god.
Wait, can you repeat that into the mic because I think they missed it.
I thought she was gonna say as a homo, which can also work.
Ally.
Ally, but
Ally.
she's still not allowed to say that though. Even
Okay, that was just me. Okay, anyway, let's move on.
Amado, we're gonna have to talk about what you think of me.
No. I just got a little lost, and I
knew
tried
I
to get
was-
ahead of what you were saying,
Got it.
and I guess I didn't
Got it. No, I
think
get
the
it.
right way.
It's fine. It's
It also
fine.
works though.
I plead the fifth. But I was gonna say, I mean, because how did you advertise the show? You just said Asi Fue, Canciones y Confesiones.
and then I did that little blurb like Jose Alfredo will present Juan Gabriel songs.
That's too much. You don't need to do all that.
What do you mean? It was a little like a
No, I know, but that's what I'm saying. Like, I think that's why the show could work without Juan Gabriel specifically.
oh, I see.
And also
You
because
say
there's
that?
so many other songs you can add to that help the storyline and the
Yeah.
show that are not Juan Gabriel songs.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
No, yeah, I can totally work. Yeah.
There is a limit, even though he wrote so many wonderful, amazing songs.
Amazing song. And through every single piece of them,
Correct.
but you are limited to one artist.
Yes.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
if I want Netflix to pick it up,
This is also true.
Who would
There-
you add? what other?
No, I mean there are
Artist.
rights that
No, I know.
they would have to
Yeah.
clear. through.
But I mean, you
For
and then they
fans.
just substitute
And you just
whatever
substitute.
whoever they
and that's the thing.
cleared
Like,
through.
it's like, do you want to perfect this piece with
I do.
Juan Gabriel?
Absolutely.
And and then once you get comfortable with that, be like, oh,
Here,
what
let's tailor
other
it back
songs
to
could
the
I do?
next show as opposed to like the Netflix one. So,
to
like-
me, both of those things are synonymous. But to me, I want to perfect the show in the storytelling part of it mostly because I know that I can fit music into
In any way, yeah.
any part of those successfully. Like I'm not scared of the music part of it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm
No,
I'm
put the
mostly
mic
no, I
close.
understand.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
understand what you did. I'm mostly like Tragos Amargo Licor would be a song that I
Perfect,
would
yeah.
love to add to the show.
And I don't know, immediately when you asked me that question, like if I could do other songs, I'm like, he would do Tragos Amargos.
Yes, and
Yeah.
that's or Paloma Negra
Paloma Negra
would be one of the other ones that I would
yeah.
want to do.
Yeah.
He hates how I do Paloma Negra.
Well, because there's certain songs that we talked about earlier.
Not-
me gusta lo que me gusta.
I love that he's like, well, because, which means yes. Right?
But I get what he's saying.
I only like
But he wants it in
I don't like male
mariachi.
versions of Paloma Negra.
Oh, I agree.
So I prefer female versions of Paloma Negra. I'm so sorry because my favorite one is a female version, and
Yeah.
I have yet to. Let me stop there.
Yeah. You have yet to find. No, you don't
You
have to.
you don't have
That's a
to.
joke. That's a joke that I've
Yeah.
yet to find a male version of that song that I'm like, esa es la que voy a escuchar.
But here's the thing. I also agree with that.
Yeah.
Like
yeah.
to me,
Then stop
Chabela
singing it.
Vargas is the epitome
Epitome of it.
of Paloma Negra.
Yeah.
Oh, which was yours?
I like her version of it. I don't think it's the epitome.
To me,
Here's
it
my
is.
thing. There's not a song from Chabela, and I love Chabela. That I'm like, this is the epitome of that song because she does it in a certain way. I mean, her like, whole spoken poetry vibes. That
She's not speaking, she's singing.
yes, she's singing, but it's also very poetic.
Sure.
Performed.
Yes.
Sure.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, it's not pretty. Let's just say it.
Right, it's not pretty.
And I mean that in the most respectful way. Like when you think of any Chabela Vargas song, you don't listen to it because it's such a pretty female vocal.
No.
Or just a pretty vocal. Like you are hearing raw. You are hitting gritty. You
I
are
had
hitting emotion and passion.
I had an uncle who was like, pero canta bien feo. And I was like, no.
That's not what
you
you're
don't
listening for.
you don't understand.
Yeah.
And obviously he was not in the 6th percentile of his class.
Oh, okay. What did I say that night that I'm like, okay, like move on, like, oh yeah. Never
You
mind.
did say it. I
From-
think so. I heard someone say it,
Honestly, that
but-
joke worked.
No, I think I said it yesterday actually.
Yeah.
That I was like, move on from high school, like
No,
No,
that's not what you said. I said that.
what?
That like I had an idea about this joke and that I was afraid that people would start to think like that I have not moved on.
down from
from
Yeah,
high
yeah.
school.
I
yeah,
peaked
yeah.
in high school.
Yeah.
And that's what I told
And
you.
I was
Like, well,
fuck, like I need to figure out how to make this joke work
Yeah.
somehow where people don't assume that I've like
not moved
only
on.
like that have not moved on from my high school.
Well,
But you know what's
I
funny?
did say a comment about that, but I won't say it because I'm
fucking
gonna
hated
shit at a
high
bunch of other people. I'll tell you later.
Okay. But you know what's funny about that? Like one other joke that I meant to put in that section of the show, which is the section where I talk about my parents loving me a lot.
Question,
It is section 4.
You said 6th percentile, but what class number were you then?
Mm.
So I was 56 out of 800,
Oh, okay.
which is 6th percentile.
If we do the math, he's right.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you were top 10 for some reason.
No, my goodness.
Because no one's like,
no.
I was number 56 in my class. Like, after top 10, I feel like,
I also meant to add I was chosen to sing the national anthem at our high school graduation with over
Does that help
7,000 attendees at the UIC pavilion. I just wanted, to put that out there.
Notable fact.
20 years ago, by the way. 20
years ago. And I am still singing and selling out shows. So it is what it is. But At this
Still,
point.
like he's been selling now for 20 years, right? I mean, you have.
Oh, I guess, and I am
now.
now selling now.
No, keep it still selling now.
There's a level. Here's the thing that I do enjoy about like Instagram posts or TikTok posts about people who like become famous. There is a level of delusion that you do have to have.
You have to have.
Because if you don't have it for yourself, literally no one's gonna have it for you. Nobody's gonna have it for you.
Absolutely.
And so,
I don't
like,
think no one's debating you have that.
Delusion.
No, and I will write on this. That's the thing. Like, I am also one of the most probably the self-deprecating person. Like, I will be
Same.
like I am like, I have absolutely no talent. But
Yeah, that's
like
what I.
as a joke, I will tell people, I'm like, "Ugh, I'm such a star. Oh my god, it's so hard being me. But it's also like all mocking myself. But also, I'm like, I also have to accept that that is also my life.
Right.
Like, I do have a day job, right? But then I also have this nightlife that I still have to be a character.
Show up
for.
to. Yeah.
And it's almost hyping myself up to be able to have another full-time job after my full-time job and be like, I guess I am a star. That is the life.
And I will say, kudos to my band. They were so kind to just be like, yeah, this is your show. Like, you tell us what you want. You tell us what you need. Like,
That's the problem.
all of
friends.
them.
That's the problem.
That was your show.
What do you
though.
mean?
That they just be like, yeah, whatever you want, we'll do. Like, that's the
No,
problem.
No, please keep doing that. Please keep doing that. We sold out, guys. You're gonna get paid.
Well, that's not true. They didn't do whatever you want.
I mean, they kind
of did.
Really? They're just like,
They
yeah.
kinda
Well, I
did.
mean, they have to, I guess.
And I will
You are
say
They
the
don't have
star.
to.
No.
So,
and I will say
and also,
kudos.
can I
Yeah, go.
please, before this section starts, kudos to my band. I reached out to them and I was like, hey, I had this idea and it got picked up. And payout is not guaranteed.
That's amazing.
I don't know how much you're going to get paid out for this because it's dependent on ticket sales. And I don't know if this show is going to actually sell.
Work out, yeah.
So,
But I need a commitment now.
but if you would be willing to follow me through this journey and whatever show, I will not be. I told them I'm not taking any payment. I'm splitting all of that money for the band and for my dad, who was the sound engineer. If you're cool with that, please let me know. La, la, la. And every single person that I contacted, one-on-one, first contact, they were like, "Yeah, I'm down."
That's beautiful.
And that really made me feel so, like,
Loved.
yes,
Tear
sure.
jerking. Because
Yeah.
honestly, yes, the show could not have happened without you, but honestly, more so,
the band.
it would not have happened without the band. Because your show was based around music, and then specifically the musicians that you had on stage. You know what I mean? Like,
And it's not the same if you do tracks. Like,
no,
it's just not the same.
It's not,
just
and
not
that's
the
what I'm
same.
saying. It's not. It really is.
Because I got to interact with Mario, who
Yeah.
was part of the beginning of the show.
Yeah.
Like, I shat on his relationships.
Absolutely, but it's also not. It's just not the same having a live situation. So I will give kudos to the entire band. Gio, Jaime, Daniel, Mario, Alex. Oh my gosh. Well, this was very interesting show.
Yes, it
Cheers
was.
to
Cheers to all
that.
us. Yeah. And buenas noches. Have a good night,
Like,
everyone.
This was
This was Stage Left
Right Vibes.
with Jose Alfredo
Ibet,
and our special guest.
special guest.
Amado.
Amado.
Louder.
AKA Amado, aka Tamaulipas, if you went to the show.
Yes.
If you see me, please tip me next time.
Yes.
I didn't
Get
get paid. And I worked very hard.
You actually paid to go work.
I know,
That's
Some people got free
Crazy.
tickets. Well, that's the price you pay to be friends with your ex.
That's right.
That's a beautiful way to end that. And everyone,
Bye.